Hello my lovelies, and welcome to Allotment of the Dead. So again, come down the plot and just thought I'd show you a couple of things. So this will be a little bit of an update on the single seed potato challenge, and I just thought I'd show you kind of the extent of what these lovely foxes end up doing to your plot if you're not careful. I'll switch you around. Okay, nothing from the dailies yet, that's all nicely covered up, thank goodness. But I've come to this massive heap of soil on the floor, and it looks like the foxes are actually tunneling for England or China by the looks of this. Wherever it is they're trying to head to, they're almost to the bottom of the box there. So yeah, a bit crazy, but okay, let's go and show you what's happening inside the new build and the potatoes. Okay, so we're at the new build, and I think the Siberian kale haven't been down for a couple of days, and it seems to me they need quite a bit of water. So I've watered them today. Hopefully they'll come back. I definitely need this week to get some of these potted on into individual pots, so that once I've sorted out the brassica cage, I can then go and sort out the planting some of these actually outside. Okay, so single seed potato challenge. We have life, at least in the two that were the largest pieces, or the largest shoots that were on them, the largest chits. So number 1 and 2. So 2 was the one with Bert written on it, and number 1. So we've got life coming. Now, if these were outside, I'd be basically covering up to make sure the frost doesn't get to them. So I've given them another water today. Nothing from 3 and 4 yet. Hopefully they'll come up as well, and then we'll be able to transfer those over into their final pots at some point shortly. Still waiting on that last frost really to do that in vengeance. And let's show you what's happening with the flowers that are down here. So we've got some of the cosmos coming up, and some of the marigolds are coming up as well, and the cerinthe or honeywort, that's doing really well as well. So again, I'm going to have to pot these on into individual pots as well. All of these have been germinated here, so they've had no heat to germinate. We kind of noticed that the seeds that generally fall over the winter will try and come up in the spring, and more often than not, most of the self-seeded ones that you get are generally stronger and hardier than the ones that you actually start off at home. So I've decided this year to bring everything down here, to start down here in terms of germination, and they seem to be doing okay. Got myself some bought lettuce. I do cheat occasionally and get some in. I've not actually sown any lettuce yet, but I will do. Let me just put that over there with these other few bits of lettuce that we've got here. And I've got a few herbs that I'm going to put in some of the vertical garden, and I'm going to also plant or start sowing some basil at some point shortly as well. So the amaryllis doing really well. Again, the oleander, it's growing, and still nothing from the laburnum, but I'm sure it will come. Right. So still early days in spring. We're coming up to kind of end to mid-March. So there's loads that we still need to plant yet. Cucumbers, tomatoes I still haven't started. I need to start them this week to give them pretty much of a fighting chance. The chilies that I've got at home still, I need to put on quite a few of those again still. And some of them have actually got little flowers on them. So I've been taking those off. I don't want them to start putting out chilies just yet. I want them to grow a bit sturdier, a bit stronger before they start actually putting the fruit down. The problem is when you're kind of in a smaller pot, what will happen is the chili will feel stressed, and any plant under stress will try and put flowers out, make fruit. so that it can actually then give its seeds over to the new season. Life's all about that. So life is all about basically procreating and ensuring that your genes go on into the next generation. So that's what these chilies are doing. I'm pretty sure probably most of the guys that started these earlier are probably in the same boat, especially with the Annum varieties. So those varieties that are not super hot, they generally are smaller or longer kind of chilies. The cayennes and that sort of thing, those sort of things will generally try and flower quite early, and also try and lay down fruit quite early as well. So again, just a little short one for today, and hopefully I can come down again shortly and try. And I need to put the cage back up after I've put the polytunnels in place, and also I need to dig over those ground, and I need to definitely get the brassica cage sorted. Everything else seems to be growing okay. The temperature in here, it's got down as far as 4 degrees, so 4 degrees isn't too bad. It's 11 now. I'll reset that just so you see where we are with it, and we'll see how hot that gets. It's been quite nice over the last couple of days in terms of we've had a bit of sun, and 4 degrees in here is not too bad, so I don't mind really trying to bring a few plants down here, just to try and get them started off a little bit earlier. Those chilies are very tempting. Try and get down here. I'm running out of space big time at home, so I need to do something. I've also got aubergines there, and the wife's tomatoes that she started off. She started a load of Tigerella tomatoes off a while back. So all of those need to be brought down. The tomatillos as well. One thing I forgot to say, if you're growing tomatillos, you do need more than one plant generally. So if you manage to get a couple of plants of each type, in terms of pollination, germination, they prefer that. You're more likely to get the fruit off it, but they should be okay. Anyway, so that's all for tonight. So we'll get back to you again, hopefully tomorrow. So all the best, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.